Let's give you a confidence boost in 24 hours. Time and time again, as I go through my own life experience, I learned that confidence and the way I feel about myself is literally the root of everything. It is the root of how I feel, how I experience other things. It is the root of what I attract and manifest. You know, when I'm high in my confidence, a lot of more good things come to me and manifestation becomes much easier. And there are so many times where I also feel my confidence fading a little bit again. And there are 6 very clear practices that I do that I'm going to teach you that help me boost my confidence again. And to think that confidence has to do with the way you look is just simply untrue, because I've myself experienced very different levels of confidence throughout my life and always look the same. Now, you so often see people that look amazing from the external, but actually have very little confidence in themselves. And what I've noticed as well is that there are very clear practices that I need to keep doing to stay in my confidence. And I want to teach you these practices in this video. Confidence has to do with the way we feel about ourselves, right? How confident we feel. Now, this has all to do with the way we treat ourselves, because feeling confident is all about making yourself feel worthy, loving yourself and nurturing yourself, and also telling yourself that you are worthy of that love, you are worthy of that nurture, you're worthy of that little extra time that you need in order to make yourself feel good. So we can use this mechanism to boost our confidence. Let me teach you how. Now, my name is Davy. I am a PhD student in chemical engineering at the University of Cambridge. In my free time, I love to study things about the law of attraction, self-development, psychology. Now, I'm also a personal life coach and I've launched my own manifestation course, Mastering the Science of Manifesting. I'll tell you a little bit more about that in the end of the video. Now, I want to help you boost your confidence. The first thing I want to talk about is posture. This is a direct access to new levels of confidence. They've done this study, I think it was with cancers or lobsters, where they studied the relationship. This is by the psychologist Jordan Peterson, and he demonstrated the relationship between how straight up the lobsters walk. They have very similar serotonin and dopamine levels as us humans, and how successful they are in life. And there's a direct correlation between posture and success and confidence. So really the first step, if you want to work on your confidence, work on your posture. See if you can sit up as straight as possible, shoulders low and shoulders back as much as possible. And if this posture feels uncomfortable to you, try to do stretches. Maybe use the wall to stretch out your shoulders so that the straight up posture is going to feel more comfortable to you. That is step 1. Step 2, if you want to boost your confidence, we are going to prioritize your health, the things that you put into your body. Now, there are many reasons why this is important. First reason is that the food that you eat is the frequency that you eat, right? Lower vibrational foods with a lot of trans fats and fried foods and loads of carbs are actually lowering your vibration. It is directly affecting the way you feel. And if you eat foods with a lot of nutrition, and with that I mean loads of vitamins, loads of unsaturated fats, loads of proteins, but especially focus on a balanced, varying diet, right? Maybe loads of nuts. It is all about how many vitamins and nutrients and fruits and vegetables are you getting into your system. Boosting your confidence can happen within 24 hours. Food is also a direct way to show yourself respect, because if you don't care about your body, and your subconscious mind knows this, if you don't care about you and if you don't care about your body, you just put in it whatever you want, right? And there's no respect there. Food is a way to show yourself, your subconscious mind, like, I respect the body that I incarnated in. I'm going to treat it with respect. And everything that we treat with respect, we nurture, right? We take good care of. And we can do this through nutrition. Another part of prioritizing health is getting enough exercise, getting some movement. You're not feeling confident because the energy is stagnant in your body. And Again, I need to remind myself of these things constantly as well, right? Maybe when I'm feeling a little bit low, maybe when I'm feeling a little bit less confident, I need to start to prioritize my health again. The foods that I put into my body and how much I move in a day. We need at least 1 hour of movement a day, whether it is walking, whether it is running, whether it is actually going to the gym, whatever movement you feel like doing. But we need to keep doing this. It is a way to show yourself respect. It is a way to show yourself that you care about yourself. It is a way to get out of your head into a different frequency. And it literally, as you do exercise, increases your testosterone, dopamine levels immediately. Third thing I want to talk about, you need to do yoga or stretches at night every single day. It is the way to check in with yourself. It is the way to get back into alignment with yourself. Now, maybe if you're very unexperienced with yoga, don't overcomplicate it. Just put on some frequency music. I have some favorite frequency music that I can link down here, and just do some arbitrary stretches, whether it is some hip stretches, whether it is just sitting on the floor and stretching out your hips and your back. Don't overcomplicate it. I am personally not a huge fan of watching a video and following along to the yoga practice, because that distracts you and that just makes you focus on the other person, and you're probably gonna think, oh my god, I'm not as flexible as that person, and you're just feeding into your own insecurities again. This is not about that. This is about taking some time with yourself and going back within. And even the most powerful moments of yoga and stretches is when I actually have my eyes closed, right? When I don't look at anything else and don't even look at your own body, because sometimes, especially when it comes to yoga, it can be a bit intimidating in terms of you might get upset with how inflexible you are when you just start off. You might actually start to look in your body and start to criticize maybe the weight that you have or the way your body looks. And we're trying to get away from that. So try to do some stretches at night for maybe 5 to 10 minutes at least, where you close your eyes, put in some frequency music, and stay in the stretch for as long as possible. This is going to help you tune back into your body. There's direct scientific evidence that stretching and yoga increases our dopamine levels and serotonin levels and how confident we feel. And after, usually in the evening, when I've done my stretches, and this is honestly at least for 10-20 minutes, personally for me, I'll end it with a meditation. I'll sit down in whichever position, maybe a cross-leg position, or maybe just sitting on your legs. And I make sure that my spine is straight, so the bottom of my spine is pointing towards the earth and the top of my crown is pointing towards the universe. And I just sit with myself. And every time I do that, I realize I am so happy that I did this, because it is the way to check back into myself and see what comes up, right? Meditation is not about quieting the mind. It is actually about learning that you can choose which thoughts to feed. Many thoughts might occur, right? You might think a little bit about the day. Now, if that is something you don't want to think about, you use your breath to sort of let that thought float off again, and you start to refocus on the things that you do want to think about. Maybe it is a visualization about your desires and goals. Maybe it's just checking back in with yourself and asking yourself how you feel. Do you have any pain anywhere in your body? Like, take that time of meditation also to nurture yourself, nurture your spirit. And every time I do my meditation at night, I feel so much better. And the weird part is that before I do the meditation, I actually don't remember how much I need it. I'm like, oh, I don't really feel like meditating, or, you know, like I need to get on with other things, or I need to go to bed because I have work tomorrow. Whatever my ego is telling me in terms of rushing myself or whatever else I need to do, I still arbitrarily, as a disciplined routine, take the time at night to meditate right before bed. Not laying down because we don't want to fall asleep, sitting on the floor, cross-leg position, or just sitting in any comfortable position on the floor that feels good to you, and checking back in with yourself. Deep breaths, because that is the way to calm down the parasympathetic nervous system and see whatever comes up in your head. Because how many times do we actually take the time to listen to ourselves? You don't even listen to yourself. How can you feel confident when you never listen to what you have to say? You're always either with people, you're either working, you're either on your phone. There are always distractions, especially nowadays. So you need these moments to check in with yourself. And the moments where I didn't feel confident, I also sort of slacked on this. And to get back to my confidence, to get back in believing in myself, I need this time with myself. I need to spend time with myself through meditation, through listening what I have to say, through listening to what I have to feel. The fifth thing that I want you to do in the next 24 hours is, so after I've done my meditation, the last thing that I do before bed is journaling. You really want to give yourself a confidence boost. I want you to write a journey entry about everything you are grateful for. Everything that you like about yourself, everything. Write an entry around how proud you are for all the things you've done that day or that week or that year. Maybe write about the things that you've been through. But I want you to write a thank you letter to yourself. A thank you letter for who you are, for all of your great qualities, and try to think of all the things that you like about yourself. Try to think of what a good friend or good mother or good son or good daughter you are. Try to think of other things in your life that you feel bliss and gratefulness for. Try to think of some past achievements where you are so proud of yourself. Just thank yourself for showing up for yourself in these 24 hours, for doing the stretches, for watching this video, for wanting to work on yourself. Write this thank you letter to yourself, including everything you feel grateful for in yourself, in your life, and everything you are proud of in yourself. Even if it feels a little bit artificial and arbitrary, I want you to keep going. Because we need to rewire the neural pathways in our brain of positive thinking, right? These pathways have probably been very untouched. It's like a very dried out river that never really has seen water, these positive neural pathways. And we need to reinforce them. And this is a very artificial process. That's why brainwash is such an effective method. We can brainwash ourselves. So write this journey entry tonight. The sixth and final thing that I want you to do in the next 24 hours is I want you to prioritize your hygiene and aesthetics. How you take care of your body, how you wash yourself, how you make yourself look is a direct form of self-respect. Do I really get how it works? Not always, because sometimes I don't feel like doing these things. Sometimes I feel like just, a quick shower and I need to get on with my day, or I need to go to bed, or whatever it is. And then I remember, no. If you rush on your self-care, that means other things in your life are more important than taking care of your body. And that just immediately reflects on your subconscious mind. That immediately reflects on the way you feel. If you don't have time to lotion yourself after you showered, or if you don't have time to, during the showering, to do your whole routine, you are saying to yourself, I am not worthy of being treated with respect. A little side note here is that our bodies are very sensitive to physical touch and receive love and nurture in that way. It is a very artificial way to give yourself that love and nurture, literally just by washing your whole body, lotioning yourself. There are mechanisms in your body that get activated that I can't even put into words. You just have to try it out for yourself. It immediately invokes this feeling of appreciation and love when you actually touch your skin in that way. Think about it. For example, if you have a new car that you really love, you will keep it clean, right? And you sort of like really nurture it. Now another example, if you have a kid, or if you had a kid, you would wash them, right? You would make them look nice. Do you see that? How we make things look? So the aesthetics of things is a way of nurturing. It is actually the feminine energy. Making things look aesthetically pleasing is a way to express love and nurture. Because all we're trying to do here is actually tap into that nurturing feminine energy. Regardless of gender, this is not about gender. The nurturing energy is our feminine energy. So the aesthetics of how we make things look is actually very important in how we express our love and nurture. And when we give it to ourselves, when we prioritize our hygiene, but also prioritize our aesthetics, so making ourselves look nice, put on that nice outfit, put on your favorite pajamas, put on your favorite makeup or hairstyle, it is a way to show nurture to yourself. Even though it might sound very superficial, that is just a little bit the way we're programmed. That is just a little bit how the feminine nurturing energy can come to expression. So just as a final recap, I want you to work on your posture. I want you to prioritize your health, so food and exercise. I want you to do yoga and stretches and meditation at night, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I want you to journal before bed, writing a thank you letter. And sixth and finally, I want you to prioritize hygiene and aesthetics and take your time to do so. With none of these practices, there is rush allowed. Do you know why? Because if you rush these things, you're telling yourself that these things are not your priority, when they should be. This is why you're not feeling confident, is because you're not prioritizing the things you need to take care of yourself, right? So you can't do these things rushed, because that is a way of telling yourself these are not important and you are not important and taking care of you is not important. And that is never going to lead you to feeling confident, because feeling confident is all about making yourself feel worthy, loving yourself and nurturing yourself, and also telling yourself that you are worthy of that love, you are worthy of that nurture, you're worthy of that little extra time that you need in order to make yourself feel good. And this human experience is a crazy one, you know, ups and downs, but we need to keep doing these things to tell ourselves that we are good enough, that we deserve to be taken care of. We need to keep doing things to make ourselves feel good. If we don't, we'll just end up in another negative thought spiral. And instead of that 20 minutes that you take in the evening to do your yoga and stretches, you'll just go to bed and lay there for 20 minutes thinking about all the things that you need to do, stressing, worrying, hating on yourself. That time is going to be spent anyway. And it is your choice to choose to artificially implement these injections of positivity and confidence in order to then feel better about yourself. And everything else will follow, everything else will be easier afterwards. So do these things for the next 24 hours and let me know in the comments how you feel after. Now, if you want my guidance for a longer period of time, if you need my help manifesting things, I launched my very own manifestation course called Mastering the Science of Manifesting. Now, if you feel like you've tried all the techniques and if you feel like you need help with someone that on a day-to-day basis holds you accountable and helps you with exactly what journaling to do that day, exactly what practices to do that day, and exactly what themes of self-development to hone into that week, this course is for you. This course has the potential to change your life and change you on a very fundamental basis. Help you to make the right changes for the period of 5 weeks, learn all the essential spiritual practices in order to grow into the highest version of you, the one that is in alignment with their desires and that can manifest things with ease. So far, people have been loving the course and have actually felt like they were a different person afterwards, which is my aim. I honestly want to help you get to a much higher level of awareness, of confidence, and of self-realization with which you can manifest things with ease. Release the ego, release past trauma and everything holding you back, and then actually get into alignment with your desires and also feel more confident. So I would love to see you on the course. Go check out my website if you want to know more about that. Thank you so much for listening to me. If you made it up until here, I love you. And leave me a like if there was anything useful. Comment down here or comment within 24 hours if you've done these practices to tell me how it went. And also follow me on Instagram, which is davy_citra. And I would love to see you in my next video. Sending you my love.